Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Running Code, Humor in South Texas Law Enforcement. I'm your host, T-Bone. My co-host, J-Man, beside my back, or by my side, got my back as always. Man, I'm just not on it this morning. What's up, J-Man?
Doing good. Gotta wake it up, man. It's like 10 o'clock.
It's Sunday morning, and I've already had 2 cups of coffee, and I'm still not feeling it yet. I guess that comes with age.
I got 5-mile running,
And you got a 5-mile run in. So
I'm feeling pretty awake.
You should be
I'm
wide
feeling
awake.
pretty awake right now.
Yeah, I think I need to start joining in on these 5-mile runs, but I probably make it about the first mile in and go, is there somebody up ahead wanted for murder? If they're not, fuck it, I'm out. So it is another beautiful Sunday morning in South Texas, and we appreciate everybody joining us. Last week, we weren't able to do an episode. I believe you had a prior engagement. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Yeah. No worries. But we are working on the consistency, guys, and we are actively working on some bigger things coming up for this podcast. We're not going to talk about them right now until we actually know we can do it and actually set it up and test it. And that's going to be the fun part, is testing it, because it sounds good in theory until you actually put it into play.
Yep.
So we're going to have to work the bugs out so that when we actually do put those into play, it's fairly smooth. Working on it. We do want to kind of engage with a TikTok audience and Instagram as well. Start maybe putting some videos on there, clips from our shoots to kind of broaden the audience. But we need your help with that, guys. You guys are the ones listening to us. If you think we're great, pass this on to other people. Send the link out. Tell people who we are and why you think we're funny. Or maybe you don't like us and you want other people that don't like us to listen to us too, to have more reason not to like us. I don't really care. We're here not to make friends. We're here to be funny and to educate through humor. That's what we're here for. I don't care if you like us or hate us. That's I'm not going to lose any sleep if someone hates us. Mm-hmm. Like, oh no, that sucks. Anyway, no cop should be worried about winning a popularity contest.
No, yeah, for sure.
We're not here to be popular. We're never going to be popular. And any cop who joins law enforcement to be popular is in for a rude awakening. You'll only be popular with badge bunnies. And we talked about badge bunnies. And for those that haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to badge bunnies and figure out why that's not a great idea.
Yeah.
Stay away from the women who only like you because you're a cop. Mm-hmm. They should like you in spite of your being a cop, not because you're a cop. But today, we wanted to talk about, before I get into that, if you want to reach us, you can email us at runningcode2023@gmail.com. That's RUNNINCODE2023@gmail.com. Or you can leave comments on our YouTube videos and audios. You can leave comments. If you email us and you don't want us to divulge your agency, we won't. Just let us know up front. You don't want us to tell anybody, say your name or what agency you're with, and we'll be happy not to do that. If you don't do that, we'll read it and decide whether we should still release your name or not. And if we don't, that's because we're protecting you from you. But what are we going to talk about today, J-Man?
We're going to talk about rookies versus veterans, and not like qualities of each. We're talking about kind of sometimes how it can be a little antagonistic, but it can also be symbiotic at the same time. But we're probably going to focus on more of the antagonistic side, because that needs to be there's a lot of attention towards that. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about.
I could see that from the start. You come out of the academy, you know everything, quote unquote, for those listening. There's quotes there. You know everything.
Know just enough to go into the sergeant's office without being called. Hey, Sarge, I think that I should do this for today.
Yeah, good luck. I wish you the best of that. And if you watch the veterans, they don't go tell the sergeant shit. They just go out and do their job. And remember, rookies, you may think the sergeant wants to talk to you. He doesn't. He doesn't want to get to know you. He doesn't want to talk to you. He or she's got a million more things going on, and they don't have time for it. So, no, they don't want to talk to you. But you're right. You're right.
I would never do it.
Yeah.
It was made fully clear to me. I can even talk about when I worked in the county jail. None of the supervisors wanted to talk to me at all.
No.
Except for, hey, go to your unit. This is your unit. That's where you're assigned to. Goodbye.
Don't cause no problems if you need and don't something. Call me.
Well,
yeah, but don't call me. Unless, the unit's on fire, don't call me.
Yeah.
And it's the same when you transfer to the LE side of the house. Don't call me unless something's on fire, okay? The less they hear from you, the happier they are.
Yeah.
You don't want to get that rep from the top is always running to big Sarge. But Sarge, I got a question. Sarge. They don't want to hear from you. And the more you constantly call a sergeant, the more the rep you're getting is that you can't handle this, that you can't make an independent decision.
Right.
And we've met too many officers who can't make an independent decision. They're so terrified to make a decision that they want to be able to cover themselves with each and every decision they make. Okay, there are some decisions that are above your pay grade. Absolutely. There are some calls that you need a supervisor on that scene. Homicide, you need a supervisor on the scene. Like, that's not something you handle on your own. But civil matter, you don't need a supervisor. Minor crash, you don't need a supervisor. Traffic stop, you don't need a supervisor. Minor family violence, you don't need a supervisor. Handle it. That's your job.
Right.
Now, major, super aggravated sexual assault of a child, you need a supervisor. Homicide, you need a supervisor. Manslaughter, you need a supervisor. Fatal crash, you need a supervisor. There are some calls that necessitate a supervisor, but 95% of our calls do not necessitate a supervisor, and they don't want to hear from you. They're perfectly happy trusting you to handle it unless you've proven that you cannot handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So you come out of the academy, piss and vinegar, I'm the man. I know everything. I'm perfectly trained. They explained every single thing to me is about the First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, how Miranda works. They explained every single thing. I know all case laws. You don't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
No academy
Sure.
I know of actually really in-depth goes into these things like they really should. Because honestly, my thing in a police academy should be about 8 months. And it should have a ton of First Amendment training, Fourth Amendment training, Fifth Amendment training, exactly how Miranda works when you use it, when it doesn't apply. Training hand-to-hand combat, whether that's jiu-jitsu and boxing or both. A lot more firearms than we have.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start, and a lot of it's money-based. It costs money, and I get that. But
Yeah.
you get what you pay for. And if you start with 35 and you graduate 22 hardcocks that know the law, know how to apply the law because you've trained them that thoroughly, comfortable with being hands-on, like that's where a lot of the shootings come from, or excessive uses of force is because that officer wasn't comfortable using his hands and going hands-on with somebody. If you watch it, you'll see 4 guys dogpiling one guy and then one steps back and shoots the guy.
Yeah.
Like 4 of you should have controlled him. There's 4 of you. He's got 4 limbs. Take a limb. Like in the jail, you learn that.
Mm-hmm.
How to control a subject. And no matter how big they are, you get 4 on them. You can.
Yeah.
Each get a limb, cross his ankle, shove him up by his ass, get his arms, you got him. He's not moving. But they took away a lot of that emphasis on hand-to-hand combat, Brazilian jiu-jitsu or mixed martial arts or boxing. They took away all that, and it took away their confidence.
And mostly because it probably doesn't look like pretty, or it just doesn't. It kind of just looks ugly to the
Jiu-jitsu
common
looks less
viewer.
ugly than shooting somebody.
No, yeah, for sure.
Jiu-jitsu, if you can get them under control, you're not throwing strikes. You get them wrapped up, locked up to where they're not being able to move, but you're not choking them. You're not beating the snot out of them. You're just holding there until another officer gets there. Hey, get his other arm.
That'll fix
Get him
it.
cuffed.
Yeah, because just
You'd have less problems.
the grappling alone fatigues somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
And they're going to burn all that energy while you just sit there and hold on to him.
yeah,
And backup gets there. Get him cuffed. Okay, you done? You done? All right, we're done.
pretty sure.
Next stop.
Pretty sure a lot of our viewers have wrestled or did like if they can remember like grappling, wrestling in the academy, or you train jujitsu like 3 times a week or whatever. It's tiring.
It is.
It's really tiring.
But technique overrides strength
Mm-hmm.
and stamina every time.
Yeah.
Technique, number one. If you got good technique in jiu-jitsu, you'll control anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's all about using their leverage against them. And you're not burning yourself out. They wear themselves out fighting you, and you just hold on to them. And it doesn't look like you're sitting there grounding and pounding their face in or throwing knees into their ribs. You're just holding on to them.
Yeah.
So it's hard for anyone watching to really have an argument over that. Like, it's going to be hard to have an actual argument against why that was bad.
No, if anything, they'll be
Like-
giving kudos to the
and they're like,
officers
okay.
because they're seeing a contrast from what is usually thrown out there.
Yeah, which is punches and strikes and kicks, and you're struggling with them. There's 4 officers trying to get one guy down on the ground and get him cuffed.
Or
When you got-
tasing people at gas stations.
Yeah, don't do that. Never a great idea.
I've only said it because it happened recently.
It did. Here's the thing. I don't rely on my intermediate weapons. I never have. I rely on my hands. And if I have to go to my sidearm, then it is what it is. But I preferred hands. They're not going to fall off. They're not going to miss. Like, I've got my hands. And I was always far more comfortable using my hands to control somebody than I was with a taser or a baton or OC. I prefer my hands. But I'm confident in my abilities. I know what I can and can't do. And I've been there and done it. And I know what I'm capable of. Now, I also know when I cannot fight somebody. If I pull over Chuck Liddell or Conor McGregor, I'm not going to go hands-on with him. I know better.
Mm-hmm.
I know my limits. I'm not a trained professional cage fighter. That's when you pull a gun. Don't even think about it. And don't move. Because I know already that this person will beat me. and I will get killed.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it before. 99% of cops get lucky fighting untrained people, and that's why we come out on top most of the time, because they're untrained, and we get enough officers there to get them under custody. There might be some boo-boos, some black eyes, some bloody lips, but we don't go up against hardcore trained boxers, mixed martial artists that actually spend time in gyms. Because you think cops are the only ones practicing this shit?
Oh, no.
There's assholes in jiu-jitsu gyms all over the place, too. They're learning it, too.
Mm-hmm.
And last thing you want is to get wrapped up and they take your weapon out.
Yeah.
Like, you have a problem. So that's my issue, is that the academies don't put enough emphasis on hand-to-hand training. I mean, it used to be some academies, like, it's every Friday afternoon from lunch to go home. That's all they did was defensive tactics, boxing, jiu-jitsu, grappling, rolling around on the ground. And they did that the whole flipping academy. The entire academy was all that. So you do that for 6.5 months, you get fairly confident in your abilities. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I know I can go hands-on if I have to. There's nothing to be terrified of. And honestly, you need to have them put on headgear and punch them in the face.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, because getting punched is really not as bad as it seems. Like, with your adrenaline going, you're not even going to feel the pain of the punch. You'll feel it like after everything settles down and wears off. You'll feel like the pressure or the contact, but you're not going to like feel like the overt pain unless, I mean, even if you get hit on the snooze button, it's lights out really. So yeah, I mean, but it's good training to know though. Like, can you take a punch? How many punches can you take? What does it feel like to be exhausted taking punches, and like how to defend against all that?
One, you also need to know and recognize the indicators an assault is coming.
Yeah.
The way they set their shoulders and the bladed stance and watch their hands. And when they start making a real solid fist and the muscles start bunching on their forearms, you're probably about to get socked.
Mm-hmm.
If you put them in the academy, put them in headgear and, protective gear and a mouth guard. We don't want to hurt anybody in the academy, but let them take a few rocks to the face and understand that you can still move.
Mm-hmm.
It's this initial shock of being hit the first time and having never been hit before. They get a few hits in the face. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Keep moving.
All right.
If you inoculate them against that at the academy, you're going to have less problems in the street. I don't know why they won't do that. If you put them in headgear and a mouthpiece, eye protection, they're wearing gloves, they're not going to get hurt. Okay, I'm not saying have them go up against a pro fighter and have it take a Mike Tyson style punch to the face. I'm just talking about another cadet, sock him in the mouth. Just learn how it feels and understand that it's not the end of the world. You're going to get hit. Bounce back up and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Better yet, pile in. Don't back up. Get on top of them. Because that's what they're expecting you to do is back up.
Right.
But if you move forward towards them, it throws their OODA loop off and oh shit, and then you're on top of them like a spider monkey going, oh, motherfucker, what's up?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay. But the first time you get punched should not be on the street with somebody. It should be in a gym, in a controlled environment, learning how to take the punch and move through the punch. And if you do that, you'll have less problems. So academies need to start actually doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But topic-wise, so you have the two, you have the rookie and you got the veteran. The rookie comes out of the academy. I know everything. Good rookies come out. I want to be a sponge.
Mm-hmm.
Teach me everything. I want to learn everything there is to know. I want to take every single call there is. I want to write every kind of report there is. I want to see everything. I want to do everything. That's the rookie we want. That's the one that knows, hey, I don't know anything and I want to learn it. And if we compare them with a motivated, experienced training officer who will be willing to do that with them,
yeah,
you'll see great trainees and you'll watch them grow. And that FTO will know when to push them, when to back off, when to let them kind of fall on their face, when they need to step in and go, okay, hold on. Like, this is new to you and you're fucking it up. That's okay. Here's how we're going to handle it. And you do that, you're going to develop great rookies but you cannot pair a hot shot that wants to do the job with a lazy FTO. And you can't pair a lazy rookie with a hotshot FTO because it's not going to work. The FTO is going to constantly have to push him, constantly pushing this trainee like, dude, move, dude, get in there.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have to pull a trainee back all the time than push them forward. Like, dude, go. I want to go like, okay, good job, but back up a bit. Back up a second.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the difference. So you gotta have that, because you're in the car, you're going to share in the car however long. Each agency is different. Ours is 6 weeks at a time with a different trainer. Some it's a month. Some might be 2 weeks. Who knows? I mean, it's just some could just, that's the FTO the entire training period. Your 14, 16 weeks or whatever, and that's your FTO. That's all you get. You have to be able to get along. A trainer has to be willing to learn, and a trainer has to be willing to teach.
Right.
So at one point there's some things veterans aren't willing to change. Like, this is how I've always done it, and I don't want to change it. And even if the rookie comes up with a great idea, just because they're a rookie doesn't mean they don't have good ideas.
Right.
And it's very hard for us to go, I know what you're talking about. Well, maybe he does.
Yeah.
Maybe hear what he has to say. But a lot of veterans are not willing to change what they're doing. They're not willing to change how they think and how they work and how they perform. Hey, I do it this way. I drive this way. I do it this way. And this is how I do it, period. They will never change it. You're going to do it my way. That doesn't always work. And that's kind of become a problem in law enforcement as well. You got to be flexible. If you're going to be a training officer, you have to be flexible, because every trainee learns differently.
Yeah.
There are kinesthetic learners. There are visual learners. There's all the different learning styles. What kind of trainee do you have?
Yeah.
You may have the guy that you can just verbally explain it and he's got it. An audible learner is like, oh, okay, I got it. Then there's the one that has to actually put his hands in it to do it and learn it. And then the one that just has to see it once and, oh, I got it. I saw it. I got it. So as a good FTO, you need to be willing to be flexible yourself and figure out what is the learning style of your trainee. How is he? What does he know? Test him from the start. Hey, tell him what you know about the Miranda. When do you read Miranda? When does Miranda apply? When do you not need to read Miranda? Start throwing scenarios at him. Okay, we get to a scene and the First Amendment auditor, and he's on public property, and he's not interfering, he's just yelling. What do you do?
Yeah.
Ignore him. Let him holler in his heart. He's on public property, not interfering. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Don't go over there and engage with him when you're already here for something else. Now you got to split your fucking attention. If you start doing scenarios with your fucking trainees, you start putting them in that mindset of thinking before they get there what I'm going to do.
Right.
Not every call is the same, obviously. But if you know you're going to a crash, okay, what do I need to do? First responsibility is check medical.
Right.
Anyone injured or dead? Okay, if no one's injured or dead, okay, now are the cars movable? Can we get them out of the road and get traffic opened up? Okay, cars aren't movable, let's start a record right away. Oh, cars are movable? Let's get them into a gas station and then get information and start figuring it out. Like, you kind of game plan it before you even get there, so that when you get there, it kind of goes a little smoother. Okay, we got a family violence. What do we do when we get there? All right, well, there's two of us. Let's separate the parties first. Let's make sure, A, no one's like serious need of medical attention. And then B, separate them and go, okay, I'll talk to her, you talk to him. All right, man, what happened? And game it out. But a lot of veterans don't want to do that. We're going to get there and you're going to do it my way. Just do what I tell you to. Well, you need to be flexible enough to go, okay, here's how we're going to do it. Or as you get later on in training, maybe, okay, how do you want to do it? You got to let the leash, you got to give them some leash now.
Right.
You got to lower the side of that crib the longer they're there. You cannot be on top of them every minute of every call for 16 weeks and then cut them loose on their own. And they're like, okay, well, this whole time I've had somebody with me telling me what to do. And I don't have that shit. What do I do?
Right.
What do I do? That doesn't work. They have to grow. You do not want to hamstring them by mother henning them the whole fucking time and then cut them loose. Okay, tomorrow you're on your own for the first time. Here's the keys to your Tahoe. Go forward and sin no more. They're like, I don't know what to do. I've been mother hen the whole fucking time. Now what do I do? So a trainer has to be willing to start, okay, let me give you a little more leash. Unless I need to yank it back, I'm just going to keep giving you more leash. By the end of 16 weeks, the FTO in the car is pretty much just there just to make sure you don't step on your dick all the way. He shouldn't be saying a whole lot. He shouldn't be on the radio at all. You should be handling every call, all the radio communication, all the reports, the CAD, driving, everything. Because that's what he's preparing you for eventually, is to do that all on your own anyway.
Right.
So every week, just start a little more rope, a little more rope. They will hang themselves or they will succeed. But you got to give them that rope. You got to give someone a chance to screw up. Radio, you got to let them use the radio. You got to let them learn how to talk on the radio, and radio communication is so vital.
Yeah, because you can always, I can't say you can always tell when there's like an officer who's like with like a rookie on the radio.
You can kinda
But I
tell.
mean, but it can be noticeable for sure.
It's noticeable when you have somebody who is an experienced officer, been using the radio a long time,
Mm-hmm.
keeps it short, keeps it sweet. This is what I need. Off the radio as fast as you can. Don't tie up the air. The rookies want to give their entire report on the radio, and you're like, oh my God. Dude, shut up.
Or there,
We don't need that.
or there's like a fear of using the
Or there's
radio.
fear you can hear it in their voice, like, dispatch, I need, and even dispatchers like, dude, spit it out. We have shit to do. And it's a good dispatcher will step in. Do you need this and this? Okay, got it. FTO needs to start letting them learn the radio quickly.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you'll have, again, less problems. Communication is vital, absolutely vital. You're putting your communication out for dispatch to put notes in the key card, know where you're at, but also for other officers to hear what you have going on. And other officers who've been around a while will start going, well, maybe we should start heading that way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, this kind of sounds important.
I guess one thing too is like when you are a newer officer and you get in that high stress, like the high stress situation, radio communication, like as far as like etiquette and what, it might go completely out the window.
It might.
There'd be like a lot of screaming on the radio, cutting people off. If because you're not asking for the channel to be closed or to clear the air.
Yeah.
I mean, then a dispatcher asking, hey, what you got going on? If you got one running, direction, flight, you just, I don't know, I'm running. He's still running.
Do we have an
And
offense?
it's just like,
Where are they going? What are they wearing? What do they look like? You know, and that's why you also got to learn your area,
yeah,
the area you patrol. You need to learn your cardinal compass. You need to learn it. Hey, he's running northbound. Hispanic male, red shirt, white hat, blue tennis shoes, blue shorts, whatever. Give a good description and last place you saw him. And if you're right, if you still got him in sight, just give us constant updates and start saying, hey, I need units here and here because you know your area. So you got 2 avenues out. Well, he's going to go to one of them. I need officers here. I need officers here. You lock that area down quickly and get them into custody fast. If you're one of those officers and you've seen them and I've seen them, the ones that chatter all down the radio, but as soon as they get into a tense situation, they go silent.
oh yeah,
And they're like, you talk all fucking day, and all of a sudden when you actually get into a chase, whether it's foot or vehicular, you're silent. Okay, you're a radio warrior. That's all you are. You should be given constant, calm updates. Like vehicular, direction of travel, what the reason for the chase is, weather conditions, traffic conditions. You need to constantly update that. Dispatch should be asking you, what are current road conditions? What direction of travel is he going now? They're kind of giving you a hint that they shouldn't be asking you that. You should be giving that to them. Now, I'm not saying every 10 seconds,
yeah,
okay, because they need to coordinate other resources to you. Other officers will start talking like, hey, you need me here? I'll be over here. Like, start locking it down. Let go of the mic. Don't just hold on to it the whole damn time so you can't be terminated. Don't do that. I've seen officers do that. They just hold on to the mic. I'm like, no, dude, you can't do that. Let go of the mic. I was a training officer for a long time. And I mean, I got lucky. I had great trainers. I had very, very senior trainers that knew when to push, knew when to back off, knew when to let the rope out. And I didn't give them a reason to really yank the rope back either. But I was a lot older when I came out versus the average rookie. I was in my 30s when I came out, late 30s. And because of that, I had a little more maturity and I knew when to listen to those that have been there before me. Even if this guy's only got 5 years and he's only 28, but he's been out there 5 years doing it.
yeah,
So should I discount what he says just because he's younger than me?
yeah.
No, he's still been doing the fucking job for 5 years.
Yeah.
He got lucky, came out way before I did. I was busy in the military before I came, retired and started career number 2. Doesn't mean because he's 28, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You could have a training officer who's younger than you.
Yeah.
You very well might. And the sergeant, if you start bitching, the sergeant's going to be like, well, that's your training officer. Shut the fuck up and do what he tells you to do.
Yeah.
He knows the training officer. Sergeant doesn't know you. He knows your training officer, though. So shut up and do what he tells you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another problem you run into with rookies is I'm not going to be told shit. Like, this guy is 10 years younger than me. He's not going to tell me shit. Okay, well, he's actually put in that position of authority. And you're not. You're learning. So, yes, you may have worked at jail 10 years, and you may have had a peace officer license for 10 damn years, but you never actually worked patrol.
Right.
The guy on patrol 5 years has been there, done it.
Yeah.
So just shut up and do what he tells you to do. You can hate each other's guts as trainee and trainer, but in the car, you need to work together. You may never talk again unless you absolutely have to outside of that once you graduate and you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But all you need to do at the time is just whatever he tells you to do, just do it.
Yep.
So then you got report writing, which is an underrated skill that a lot of trainers just don't they don't enforce. They're not paying attention. They're allowing AI to write reports for them now, and they're letting like Axon Draft do all their work for them. They're not proofreading their reports from their trainees.
It's very crucial.
And it's crucial. You have to go, you've not articulated the elements of this offense.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to articulate elements of the offense. You got to articulate your probable cause for us contacting this person to begin with. Was it a call for service? Did we see something? Did we on-site something? Like, why are we here to begin with? You have to have a legal reason to make contact with this person. So what was the legal reason?
Right.
Well, I don't have a report. Well,
Even
you might want to get it in there.
or if you're one of those officers that copies and pastes like your
Don't.
template from a previous report,
Oh, God, do not do that.
like a previous assault for a current assault that you have, but you don't proofread very well, and
Oh
you
my
leave
God.
details from an old one into the new one.
do
I
not.
explained that one. How you got to write a supplement to that fucked up report.
And what, you think the defense attorney doesn't see the date the first report was generated and the date the second report was generated and go, why was this report written 8 days later? What changed? Oh, I did a crappy job. My FTO made me redo it. Not a great start on the stand.
Mm-hmm.
So your FTO should be sitting there over your shoulder reading your reports and then proofreading them and going, what was our probable cause to make contact with this person? Okay, well, that needs to be in there, right? What uniform were we wearing? He took off running from us, right?
Yeah.
What uniform were we wearing? Were we identifiable as police officers based on what we were wearing? What color? Do we have an unmarked police car or do we have a fully marked police car?
Right.
Or are our lights on?
Yeah.
You know, articulation. And then, okay, he committed a family violence. Where's the probable cause for arrest for family violence? You didn't put the relationship between the two in the report. Husband and wife, brother, sister, father, son. What is it? It's family, right?
Mhm.
So what's the familial relationship? Articulate the pain or injury.
Yes.
Okay. I observed a bloody lips and bloody nose on the female victim, and her right eye was rapidly swelling. I asked the victim, did it cause pain? Which may sound like a dumb question, but you got to ask that question. Did it hurt when he hit you? You have to ask that question. Yes, it hurt. Duh. Okay, ma'am. I got to ask the question. But you asked the question. Yes, it hurt. And you see visible injury. Okay, now I observed on the suspect's finger or his knuckles were bruised and bloody and rough. Well, that's kind of important, don't you think? Maybe get those on camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's articulation at its finest, and they're not doing it anymore. And it's a sad, scary thing. And you're going to see more cases getting dismissed.
Do you think it's just a rush for, okay, get the report done because we got to go to the next call? Well, get the notes done, get like basic parts of the report done, go to the next call, and then the end of shift, hurry up, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
Why are you typing so slow? I want to go home.
I love it as a
wanna go
trainer
home.
because I made so much overtime on being a trainer. I'll sit there right next to him. Cool. I got my phone and I'm just sitting there watching videos, waiting for him to finish writing. Then I'll proofread and go, correct this and this and this. Keep going. We only got 6 more reports to go. That's fine. I'm making overtime while I'm sitting here. I am making overtime while I'm sitting here on my ass. Now, if you're getting towards the end of field training, like the last couple weeks,
Yeah.
by that point, you should not have to be standing on top of them.
That's so funny.
But it's true.
Got 6 more reports to go.
Only 6 more to go.
You're sitting there just, as a rookie, you're just typing like, oh, God damn it.
But
Hell yeah.
I'm earning overtime. And honestly, the last couple weeks, you shouldn't have to be doing that any longer. They should be pretty much on their own writing reports.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get a major crime, you may want to just be real damn sure we got all that in there.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, they should, because you should be treating them like, hey, any day they're going to be on their own. Like, kind of get to that point where you don't got to stand on top of them anymore. If you still got to proofread the reports by 16 weeks because they're screwing them up, that's a problem.
I think that's kind of like some things like a veteran officer can kind of, well, why haven't you gotten it already? Because they're taking their current experience and just like, well, they should already get it already because I already got it. Or maybe they're saying, I already got it like way at this point than like before you're at even right now. Like, what's the problem? Can you not do it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like that could be like a veteran thing. Or maybe they just forgotten like what it was like to be in their shoes. And hey, maybe you're exaggerating how quickly you got things. Maybe it took you just as long, if not longer, than the new officer to catch on to things, but you just forget because you're the veteran. You're the veteran officer now.
Well, a lot of it too is you get a lot of veteran officers like, I was the world's best trainee, and then if you talk to their trainer, go, no, they weren't. They learned over years.
Yeah.
But no, they were just. In fact, they were worse than you. And the trainer's like, oh, that's not true. Yeah, it was. You learned. I mean, that was the whole point. You learned.
Yeah.
You figured it out. But don't act like you were the world's greatest rookie and try to sell that because trainer the rookie may be new, but he's not stupid.
Yeah.
Like he's like, okay, that's bullshit. You don't lie to your trainees. Don't lie to your rookies. You're teaching them. Tell them your mistakes. I have no problem sharing my mistakes. That's how they learn. Whenever I teach an academy class, I will tell them, hey, I fucked this up. It gives me credibility that, look, if I screwed it up, and I'm willing to come to you and tell you how I screwed it up to avoid you doing the same thing, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't lead with my ego.
Yeah.
Hey, I screwed this up. I screwed it up bad. It was my fault. Learn from that. Don't do that. Or do it better than I did.
Right.
And if you do that, you start building that credibility. Like this is a guy or girl who's willing to step forward and go, I screwed up.
Yeah.
I screwed up. Hey, it is what it is. I fucked it up. Moving on. And you're like, okay, I can get behind someone like that. That's someone that truly like is willing to teach. And using my own mistakes, I think is healthy. Than pretending like, I was the world's greatest. I never made a single mistake in this job. Well, that's bullshit because we all do.
No, yeah.
Now, do you keep them small mistakes or do you make large ass mistakes? Kind of a big difference that.
Yeah.
A lot of it is FTOs get set in their ways. This is how I do it. This is how I've always done it. I'm not going to change it. I like it this way, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't really work.
It's like, I mean, I got an FTO certification. I have FTO'd some people. Number one, it's like you said, you got to have some flex.
Yeah.
And as an FTO, you always got to be constantly learning too. Like you can't make yourself stagnant. It's like you always have to study the penal code, always have to study CCP, transportation code, study case law, because I mean, effectively, you are the one that's going to be the first-hand source of information.
He's going to ask you questions.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing wrong with, hey, I don't know. Let me get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
That's okay. And that's okay to do. Like, hey, I don't know. Actually, let me get back to you on that. But that shouldn't be your answer every single fucking time either. Now, we don't expect every officer to know every single case law there is. That's not going to happen. Even lawyers don't know every case law.
Yeah.
Okay, but you should know the big ones that govern what you do on a daily basis. So your Fourth Amendment and Fifth Amendment case laws. Those are the big ones. Fourth Amendment being the biggest, because that is search and seizure. That is 99% of what you do is the Fourth Amendment. You should know when it's legal to search somebody, when it's not, when you can frisk for a weapon, when you can actually search them completely for contraband or incident to arrest or whatnot. Yeah, you should know that. That shouldn't have to be, you shouldn't have any questions on that. You should know.
Yeah.
But now you run across an odd situation that you never encountered before. Well, then, okay, I don't know actually. Let's find out together. Hey, Google, start there. Or maybe call another more senior officer. Hey, we just ran into this, and dude, even I've never ran into this. What do you think? Oh, I ran into that once back in 2005. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Now you both got knowledge at the same time.
Yeah.
It doesn't lower anybody in anybody else's eyes. You didn't know, now you know. You can be ignorant or stupid. They're two different things. Ignorance is a lack of knowledge. Stupidity is a low IQ. They're two separate things. I don't know shit about astrophysics. I'm not going to pretend to be an astrophysicist. I don't know fuck all about it. I know law enforcement, so I can talk about that, but I cannot intelligently talk about astrophysics because I don't know. It doesn't make me stupid. It makes me ignorant of that field because I just don't know.
Right.
So, and some of these trainees know more than you think.
You never know. You might just get somebody who really is interested in like constitutional law.
Actually studied it.
And he may pull up like a case that you just didn't even know about.
Yep.
But
And you'd
it's
be
like,
oh shit.
oh snap. Handle the call, but then when there's some downtime in between calls, the training moment, and you can something that you can put a tick in the DAR for the day for the FTO handbook.
Yeah.
It's
Today
good
we
stuff.
discussed this and this and this, and documentation is so crucial for a trainer. You've got to document these things because you are responsible for them you are just liable for a lawsuit as anybody else is if you train him badly.
And there's case law on that, too.
And there's case law on that.
There's case law.
Not just supervisors, but training officers also are on the hook. So if you can document,
man, I wish I knew that off the top of my head, but yeah, there's.
I can't remember the case law for it.
It's case law for it, yeah.
But there is. So that's why documentation is so important for training officers. Document. What did he do right? What did he do wrong? What was the fix? And if he doesn't do it again, or he does do it again, you got to keep documenting. You're telling a story on this person, how they acted the last 16 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a continuous, constant problem, then upper management needs to start getting made aware of that. Like that's when you go to the FTO sergeant. Usually there's a sergeant who's in charge of all the trainees for that period or whatever, and go, man, this is like the 12th fucking time. And we have gnawed his ass in little pieces over it, and he's continuing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't do anything about it, I advise Sergeant so-and-so of the issue. That takes that monkey off your back, puts it on that sergeant's back.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you've relieved yourself of the responsibility by making him aware of it. And if he's not willing to do anything about it, well, it ain't on you now. That's on him.
Yeah.
Don't fall on the sword for him.
Yeah, and FTO is like, you still can be called into court if, like,
Oh, yes.
a rookie on their probationary period makes a mistake that is called out in the court. They're definitely going to subpoena you because you were the training officer.
Yeah, because they're going to get his training records.
Yeah. And you got to have to sit up there and explain, like, all the corrective measures that you took to address the problem, the steps, and what, like, improvement plan was put into place to correct the behavior, all kinds of stuff. It's not just as simple as you get the FTO cert, you get to put the FTO pin on, you get the extra
pay,
incentives and stuff, and then that's it, you're done.
No, there's a legal responsibility to being a field training officer. And I remember when I went to field training officer school, they actually sat us down and showed us.
Yeah, that's like the first day.
Yeah, I was like,
first day, first couple of slides.
I had no idea.
I had no idea. Either.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Basically, you're responsible.
And I took it more serious.
I took it a lot more serious. I was like,
after that day, it's like, oh, snap.
Not going to be me.
Yeah.
I'm not going down for this.
Yeah.
So it is such an important thing to be an FTO because you have to mother them, baby them, push them, pull them back, teach them, let them fall on their face a few times as well. It's like having kids. You got to let your kid fall on their face occasionally. You got to let your kid learn the hard way sometimes. I let my son stick a metal object in a light socket once when he was 3. I can either keep telling him over and over and over and over and over and over, or I can just let him do it once, and the problem solves itself. Mm-hmm. And he did. And he shot across the rug about 10 feet. He didn't touch another light socket ever again. Problem solved. I knew it wasn't going to kill him. It's alternating current. It's not going to kill him. He's going to get a jolt, and that's about it. But he'll leave the shit alone. Sometimes trainees need the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, don't let him get hurt. He's hurt. That didn't solve anything. He's hurt. He's pissed. Your boss is pissed. He's got to heal. That's extending his training. Don't let him get hurt. But sometimes there's a few things you can do that will just kind of let them fall on their face a little bit and go, what did we learn?
No, yeah.
Don't do that. Like making him run a quarter mile back to the last intersection and get the intersection.
Oh, that's some old school pain right there.
That is.
But
it's not going to hurt him.
He ain't gonna forget no more.
But he's not going to forget it. He's going to, as you pass each intersection, he's going to look at it.
Hey, what was that street stop you just
My trainer did it to me.
You try to look at the cat, try to get like a little big, like.
My trainer did it to me. He did it once. It didn't happen twice. I learned. I was like, okay, don't do that. Pay attention to the street sign. And he let me drive a good ways. He let me drive about 400 or 500 yards and then pulled over. What was that intersection? I don't know. Go back and find out. I started the turn. He was like, no, put it in park. Go back and find out. Our engine has been shot and is no longer moving, and I've been shot. Oh, motherfucker. I jumped out, and this is a hot ass day in South Texas. And I'm full gear. Ran all the way back to the intersection, came all the way back up. Luckily, I got the block number too, because he goes, what block number? Oh, yeah, so whatever. No. But again, once.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen twice. I learned. Pay attention. What direction we're going and what's the last major cross street we passed.
Yeah.
Because that may be all you have, but everybody else in the area is like, I know exactly where he's at.
Right. Yeah.
And they're coming to you now. They're like, oh, we've been there. We're on the way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a purpose behind that shit. And it's not because they're fucking with you for fun.
Yeah.
It's sometimes some things you got to learn the hard way. But to boil it down, rookie trainer is a lot like father son. Well, son father, if you want to look at it that way. Father son. You don't agree with everything your dad did, but he did it for your own good. Most fathers did it for your own good. There might be a few who just were fuck offs, but for the most part, don't do this. Is lessons learned from their childhood when they got raised. It's the same with trainers. You have to impart the knowledge and wisdom you have, your goods, but your bads as well. Like, I fucked this up once too, and don't do that because here's why.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Give them an example. They can go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Don't do that. Oh, got it. Okay. You do that, you're going to have so many less problems.
Mm-hmm.
You solved the problem. You solved it. What they do with it is on them as the trainee. They either listened and made the fix, or they're like, whatever, old man, I'll do it this way anyway. Okay, well, I told you. Now, if it's a violation of the law or violating policy, you need to document that.
That's like a straight A, like, especially if it's a violation of law. That's like, hey, we're going back to the sub. Like,
Yeah,
we're out of service for like temporarily.
We're going to go talk to the SARS now because that's a problem.
Yeah.
We can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, minor violation of policy, like smack them on the wrist and go, don't do that. Here's why.
Mm-hmm.
It's a violation of policy, but here's why we have a policy against it. And explain it to them. You shouldn't have to explain the law. You shouldn't have to explain why they broke the law. there shouldn't be an explanation there for that one. You can ask them, why the fuck did you do that? Well, we're going back to the sub because we need to immediately talk to the sergeant and then let him decide what's going to happen to you from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks, and you shouldn't have to do that, but we're still human and we make mistakes.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between a mistake and a willful act. Big difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mistake, we're mandatory reporters.
Yeah.
We did the entire family violence call, got the detectives out there, but we forgot to call CPS.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
fixable.
it's by law, we're required to,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not a career ender.
Yeah.
Hey, man, call CPS. Call the statewide intake number, report what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't forget that. Very important. It's by law, we have to be. Now, that's not a career ending mistake.
Right.
As long as that CPS gets called. And then you put in your report the operator number, the case number they gave you for CPS, and what you told them. And then you're covered. You did your job. Versus an actual violation of the criminal law, like you went out and you stole something, or like you're on scene with him and you notice he put something in his pocket from the scene. What are you doing? The fuck are you doing? Put that back now.
Mm-hmm.
Go out the Tahoe now.
Yep.
Go outside now. Don't come back in here again. And then, hey, Sarge. No, I would wait till you're off camera for that conversation, but you might want to call your Sarge right away and go, I just watched him steal jewelry from a dead person from a DOA's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're on the way back to the sub. We're done with this call.
Yep.
Like, now you have an actual felony offense, theft by police officer.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what you steal as a police officer. If you're a police officer on duty and you steal something, it's a felony because you're an on-duty police officer. It's theft by peace officer. It is not a misdemeanor. It's a stage L felony for you. Right off the rip. Don't be that trainer who goes, put that back. We'll discuss this out in the car.
That's that held by a higher standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
As we should.
that's what we want to talk about today. It's not a super long topic. Just a couple things to bear in mind as training officers.
Or like a veteran, like the difference between a veteran and a
Either a training officer or a veteran. But
Yeah.
a veteran, by virtue, can be a training officer on
Yeah.
the scene, even though he may not be an official trainer.
Yeah.
But if he's got 25 years on the job, he's saying don't do something or go do something, you might want to listen to him. One, he still outranks you by a country mile in just terms of sheer time and service and sheer doing the job. You might want to listen to him. You may have the same rank, but he knows what the fuck he's doing, and you don't.
The rookie shoots back off. We got the same ring. I don't see no stripes on that sleeve.
He's gonna be like, okay, you just made yourself a target. Like, okay, fucker, I got something for you. You're gonna love it. So,
Yeah.
trainers and senior officers recognize that the rookie does have value. It's your job to mold him. It's your job to train him. It's your job to lead him to do it the right way. Not fuck with them just to fuck with them for fucking with them's sake. Fuck with them when it's appropriate, when there's a teaching moment behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was a drill sergeant, I had to have a teaching moment behind any time I fucked with them. I couldn't just fuck with them for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had to have I had to have something behind it I could point to and go, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
All right.
There's a difference between hazing and teaching. The hazing thing's going away. Just don't do it. It ain't worth the lawsuit. It ain't worth the EEO complaints. It ain't worth it.
That's
Just
not worth it.
train them. Okay. fuck with them when there's a training purpose behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But rookies, understand that no one's excited to see you. Okay? You're viewed as the guy that's going to slow us all down. You're the guy that's going to fuck shit up that we got to come by and clean up. That's how you're viewed. Wrong or right, that's how you're viewed until you earn your place. And remember, you're new. You haven't earned shit.
Mm-hmm.
You've earned nothing. So be quiet and learn.
Yeah.
And there will become a time when they'll start accepting you as one of their own, when you've earned that. But you get in the fight when you need to. You can de-escalate when you need to. You take your calls, not leaving for other officers. You'll start earning that with the senior officers and the trainers. They're like, oh, okay, all right, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
And he can handle his job. He can do his shit. We'll start bringing him into the circle of trust, so to speak. And you'll find life goes a lot easier for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's about all I got for today. You got anything else to add on that topic?
It was a good topic, yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed this week. Again, this podcast is geared really towards law enforcement, but we do like civilians listening to and kind of peeling back the layers behind how we really work and what goes on, that they may not even realize how this shit actually works because they got the knowledge from TikTok or Instagram or Facebook Reels or TV shows being the worst because they don't show you what really goes on behind the scenes. If they did, no one ever watch them. They'd be too boring.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, oh my God, that's boring. Look at all that paperwork. Hours, like 3 episodes on paperwork for that from the first episode. Yeah,
Or
that's
like-
how it works.
Or like how, like Blue Bloods, like Danny Reagan, like in the first couple of seasons, my man gets into an officer involved shooting like every episode. Like he wouldn't be back on duty that fast. Like
Yeah, what's the time
especially-
gap between episodes then? 6 months?
yeah, especially by NYPD standard. Like
Especially by modern NYPD standards.
Yeah.
'cause they don't tolerate that shit no more.
yeah,
They look at you like a rabid dog at that point. It wasn't unusual in the 70s and 80s to have officers who had 3 or 4 shootings. But now you're kind of looked at like a rabid dog. Like, yeah, you were cleared, but you kind of pushed them that way. And
yeah,
that's not a good look either.
yeah.
So we appreciate you joining us all this week, guys. Please spread our podcast to other people. Let them start listening to it. Like I said, we're going to have some things coming. Please be patient and stay with us. The rewards are great. They're coming. You're going to see a whole different format, and it's a lot of logistics to it that we're going to have to work on. So
Yeah.
please be patient. Stay with us. Hang by our side. We'll get there. I promise. But be safe. Watch those backs. Email us at runningcode2023@gmail.com or leave comments on the YouTube. But come back and join us again next month. I hope not. Next week. Not next month. Next week. And while we try to figure this out and make this a much better podcast. So, J-Man, you got anything to add?
Nope, all
All
good.
right. Well, from J-Man and I here in South Texas, thank you for joining us at Running Code. And y'all have a good day. We're out of here.